Well, good morning. Since I only plan on doing about 13 miles today, I'm going to spend my morning enjoying Big Bear, getting breakfast, and doing some shopping. Well, I'm back on trail. And I'll tell you, if there's one thing that's going to be consistent about through hiking in my life, it's that I suck at resupplies. I have 13 miles to do today. This is my current plan. 13 miles today, 30 tomorrow, 26 the next day, and then I'm going to wake up and be at McDonald's. Right? So I need 2 full days worth of food. 2. And I was going to pack out like a sub from Jersey Mike's for dinner tonight. I went to the grocery store. Felt like I bought the right stuff. And then when I came outside and started putting it in my food bag, it's full. My food bag is full. It's a 2-day food carry. I probably have 7 or 8 pounds of food. My pack is as full as it's ever been for a 2-day food carry. Oh, and I didn't even get to get the sub from Jersey Mike's. My pack is too full to fit a sub inside. I feel like a train wreck right now. Like my chest strap isn't strapped. My waist belt isn't on. My trekking poles are in there. I still have my fanny pack wrapped around my thing like a satchel. The goal was to come on trail and walk until I found a place to sit down and get organized. Now I've walked like half a mile. So my plan is for 13 miles today. And the plan was to come back to trail around 2 o'clock to make that make sense. Because it's about 4 miles or 4 hours worth of hiking. I got back to trail at noon. So I don't know what to do. I can just sit here and take a long break. I could walk for an hour, take another break. I guess I could probably do a couple extra miles and set up to make tomorrow not a 30. But I like doing 30s. Or I could just get to camp at like 4 o'clock. To be determined. So, what did I do for the rest of my morning in Big Bear? I'm glad you asked. After breakfast, which was honestly just a pile of biscuits and gravy, hash browns, and scrambled eggs. I think there was bacon in there somewhere too. I don't know. It was the perfect breakfast. I went over to the sporting goods store and picked up new tips for my trekking poles. One of the carbide tips had fallen off or got worn out or whatever. And someone on the AZT told me to take care of it before coming out here. And I didn't. And my right pole was about an inch shorter than my left. So that needed to be fixed. And then I went and got Wingstop, delicious lunch. And then got right back to the trail. So a nice productive morning. I can hit a town without taking a 0. It's true, I can. I'll just stop for a break at the last water source for the day. And there was a whole bunch of people there. And then at one point, one of them pointed out, hey guys, there's 7 of us here and only 2 of you are American. So that was a really cool experience. Sitting around with, let's see if I got this right. There was a Canadian, a Brit, an Austrian, a Swiss, and a guy from the Czech. Yeah, nailed it. Now I gotta do like 4 more miles to the last campsite for the night. Oh, I don't wanna, it's getting late, I'm tired. No, I'm not. I have no idea why I said that. I just wanted to whine. I got about a half mile until the camp spot that I'm hoping to get to, or I'm hoping is available, I guess. Of course, I picked the last one in a series of tent sites. The first 2 are both empty, and if I come to this third one, it's full. That sucks. And hopefully, I'll be able to just find something unmarked along the way. Jackpot. This'll do. Well, good morning. It is 5:45. It's very, very cold. I looked at my phone a minute ago and it said the feels like temperature is 26 degrees. But as I've said before, cold weather is the best for hiking long distance. And I've got 30 miles to hike today. So, as much as it doesn't feel like it right now, this is, in fact, a blessing. So a handful of those foreign individuals that I met at the water source yesterday ended up camping with me last night. Philip, the gentleman from the Czech, pushed on, but the Austrian, which is his trail name, and the Canadian and Swiss gentleman, I forgot their names, all showed up and camped where I camped last night. So that was fun. Got to talk to them some more. And then right before I went to bed, who strolled in? The other Sonic. Turns out she's not ahead of me. She will be. Not today. I'm 1:30. I think she's going to try to end up the same place I am. For the last handful of days, I've been seeing signs that say no bicycles or motorized vehicles, which begs the question, can I bring a unicycle out here? It is a nice day. Like I've said before, any day that I can hike in my fleece and not be sweaty is a good hiking day. So I just came across a couple of young women, one of whom was strapping her backpack back on after, I assume, completing what the other was trying to attempt at that moment, which was crawling under this log that had fallen over the trail. And it was not a very big area to crawl through. And as I walked up, I kind of looked over the log and they started, both of them, Just started saying, how low can you go? And then I stepped back and I stepped on a rock and I stepped on the log and I stepped over it. And one of them was looking at me slack-jawed while the other just said, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I guess you can do it that way too. And I just said, have a nice day. And I walked on. That was fun. I have been seeing the biggest pine cones for the last few days. Like, these things are the size of, I saw one earlier that was like the size of a rugby ball. I don't think they make them that big on the East Coast. I just took a little lunch break under that bridge. It was nice. I was down there for like an hour and a half. Just kind of hung out. Almost fell asleep towards the end. That's why, well, that and I don't know. I just want to be hiking. I just didn't want to be sitting there anymore. It just feels really, really good today. Got about 11 miles-ish to go for the rest of the day. At this rate, I should still be in by like 6. I've been taking a break every like 2 hours, like every 6 miles. Take a quick little 20-minute break, get a snack in, and then that long lunch. Worked out really well, I think. I'm still gonna, like I said, get into camp by 6:30, and can't really ask for more than that. I don't know what's going on, but I'm feeling super, super sluggish this afternoon. Like, I'm not tired. I just can't seem to find high gear. I'm just kind of in a slow, casual, cruisy kind of mode, which is fine. I have less than 5 miles left. It's not even 4 o'clock yet. I'm gonna be fine. I just feel sluggish. Holy crap. It scared the shit out of me. So the other Sonic and I have been kind of leapfrogging each other all day. And now, 28 miles into our day, she just passed me. And then as if to flex, just took off running down the hill. Just running. I tell you, my knees are ready to be done with this day. 30 miles is hard. 30 miles of just downhill is rough on the knees. Secret trail to a secret camping spot. Cool. Well, that was an adventure. I hope this spot is worth it. Well, good morning. I just crawled my way out of my hidey hole, which was a super cool camping spot, but it was out of the way and resulted in a hole in my fleece, which sucks. For today, 25.5 miles. Much easier than yesterday. It's also almost flat. I think we have 1,000 feet of up and 1,000 feet of down all day. So it's gonna be very, very easy. And there's a campground, 16 miles in, great time for lunch, that has a bathroom. My right shoulder has been aching all morning. I assume I just slept on it wrong, but I don't know. I stopped a little bit ago, took my pack off, grabbed a pole and was like stretching it out as much as I could, but it's still nagging. It does seem to be better with my chest strap undone, so I'm wondering if I had that pulled too snugly. I loosened it up a little bit, but I'm just gonna leave it kind of unstrapped for now until it just stops hurting. Old man problems, right? You sleep plenty and you're out of commission for a day. All right, I got 10 and change miles to the spot I am going to stop at for lunch. It is a campground with picnic tables. That should take me about 3 and change hours. It's a little after 8 right now. I'm guessing about 11:30 I will get to lunch. Now that is, of course, if I don't take any breaks. It's a little after 8. It's getting close to second breakfast time. Now, second breakfast is good for the mind. It's good for the body. It's good for the soul. But when you have to poop, I don't know if I have 20 minutes to sit around and wait. I probably do. I've been holding these for days before. What's a couple more minutes? But it always seems harder when you know there's a bathroom in sight. I'm pretty sure that the bathroom I'm looking for is right there. Well, I just had an awesome lakeside lunch. Got to just lay there in the breeze, listening to the waves lapping the shore. Really, really nice, restful lunch. I only have 9 miles to go, so I don't know what I'm doing. It's only like 12:30. I guess I'm just gonna have to get to camp early today. I don't want to go too far because McDonald's is for tomorrow morning's breakfast. I just came around a corner and the sight before me legitimately was the most painting looking thing I've ever seen in person. That was super cool. This whole afternoon has just been really, really pretty. Lots of cool flowers. Walking by that lake for the first 45 minutes was nice. What should come as no surprise to anybody. There's a lot of elevation when you're climbing out of a lake. I'm tired. All right, so small audible to the plan. The plan had me getting to camp at like 3:45, which is just stupid. I could have sat down and took a long break, but I just don't feel like it right now. And then I ran into Skyline, who is the other Sonic's hiking partner. He had been ahead since Big Bear, but he slowed down a little bit to let her catch up today. And they're camping about 5 more miles after where I was planning on camping, which will then put me into camp at like 6:30, which is more normal. And even better, I will be less than a mile from McDonald's in the morning. That is just an incredible feeling because despite all that bitching about how much food I had, I ate it all. I mean, I have a little bit left for tonight, but not much. Look at that. Well, that was really cool. Whatever that was, that like area that had sheer cliffs on like all 3 sides. It was like there was a hole in the mountain. It was really cool. This whole valley, I mean, goodness gracious. Everywhere I look, like 360 degrees right now is stunning. Well, today ended up being pretty awesome, huh? An unexpected 31 miles and some of the most beautiful scenery we've seen yet outside of Lake Jacinto. It's a good day. Well, good morning. It is really, really cold, but I have less than a mile until I have a hot coffee and a McGriddle in my hand. So hopefully that'll help. Well, all right. I had 2 McGriddles, a hash brown, a cup of coffee, about 4 cups of Dr. Pepper, and then I walked to the next door Chevron and picked up all the food I'm gonna need for the 20-something odd mile walk into Wrightwood. And when I say walk, what I mean is climb, because I think we have almost 7,000 feet of gain over this 20 miles. Today's gonna be rough. It's getting hot, but I have almost no food in my bag. Here's to hoping, right? Also, I really want to quickly mention the gigantic influx of people that I've had watching these videos. My first one went live yesterday, and it got I think it's got 1,700 views right now, which is wild. I hit 1,000 subscribers last night. That's even more wild. I don't understand. I mean, I know a lot of you came from Liz. That's awesome. I'm hoping you enjoy what you're watching, but it's crazy to me. I'm still making these videos for my grandma and my friends and my mom and dad, and apparently 1,000 other people find them enjoyable. So thank you guys so very, very much. So there's no natural water this entire climb. Basically from McDonald's to Wrightwood, it's like 21 miles of no water. There is one water cache that some generous trail angel has provided. Someone said there's 100 gallons there right now. But also, we are, I guess, in the epicenter of where Noro is taken off. I guess people have been vomiting and other bodily fluid dumping around this water cache. So we're just gonna go ahead and try to avoid that. So we all packed out 3+ liters from town. I got 2 liters of water, and then I bought some Pedialyte and filled up my 3rd bottle with that. That should do it, right? Here's another fun point of interest. I was rummaging around in my pack this morning before going to McDonald's because I was going to go into their bathroom and change out of my dirty underwear and put my clean spare pair on. I don't have a clean spare pair. I must have left them at that hostel in Big Bear after doing my little laundry, and now I really want clean underwear. So this push into Wrightwood has taken a more important overtone. I don't know if that's the right word or not, but I really need to get somewhere where I can buy some clean underwear. You can't see it anymore, but for the first few miles today, we had a really good look at Mount Baden-Powell, which is the peak I will be hitting tomorrow, I believe, when I come out of Wrightwood. Still got snow on it, so that'll be fun. Get to climb through some snow tomorrow. Just past the water cache, the last water source of the day, and just decided not to touch it. Don't want to risk getting sick. I have almost 3 liters still at this point, so should be fine. I then stopped and took a quick little break, ate a taquito, and put on my sleeves because it is exposed out here. Didn't do a ton of recording this afternoon. It was just a social day. I spent the afternoon talking to the other Sonic and Skyline. Every once in a while you need one of those days. Well, good morning. We're taking 0. I say we. Came into town with Sonic and Skyline. She's got some blisters she's dealing with. He's got Foot pain also. I was already kind of on the fence about taking a 0 day. I kind of wanted to. I was going to let them kind of go on without me. But then they decided to as well. So 0 day. Wrightwood's a cool little town. It's really nice. And I'm going to enjoy this day off. Well, breakfast was fantastic. I think it's the main reason I wanted to do a 0 in town, is because I don't carry enough food. And I need to make up for that deficit while I'm in town. So I try to eat 10, 15,000 calories for the day or day and a half that I'm in town to make up for the 2,000 to 3,000 per day that I am lacking while hiking. I also have a haircut appointment for noon. Not touching the dreads, don't worry. Just getting the back and sides cleaned up, and this gnarly beard needs some work. Well, after our unplanned 0, we are now walking again. We're gonna go down, hit the gas station, grab a quick little snack before we get out of town, and then we're gonna go climb Mount Baden-Powell. All right, back on trail and making our way toward Mount Baden-Powell, which is the second and I believe last real peak we get to do before the Sierra. It is like 9,300 feet, and we've got 7 or 8 miles to go. Town day was great. It was a 0 day. The whole town stop was great. The cabin we stayed at was insane. Ate a ton of food. Got to wait, or because we took a 0, Alan got to catch up. I don't know if you remember, he was the guy I was hiking with through the super rocky Mission Creek crappy day. Super cool guy. He's been hiking with Sonic and Skyline as well, who I have now, it seems, joined up with for a bit. I'm not trying to do this thing in 100 days. I did do the math, and the pace I am currently at has me finishing like the day before my birthday. So this might be a good pace to set. But yeah, these are the only guys hiking my pace right now. So they all seem really cool. It's a fun group to hang with, so I will do so for now. I should have spent more time investigating this climb on Far Out. I couldn't do anything different, but the fact that it's 3,000 feet over 5 miles wouldn't have come as such a slap in the face. Whew. This is by far, the hardest climb we've had to do on the entire trail so far. Slowly but surely, we make our way up this long, long climb. Walking along this ridge has been just, look at that. And it's been this for like the last hour. I love being up so high. It's great. I cannot wait for the Sierras. Today has been a really good day. That seems to have been a trend for like this entire week, which is coincidentally the amount of time I've been hanging out with Sonic and Skyline and Alan. Weird, huh? I don't think I ever updated you guys on the underwear situation. I had left my second pair of underwear at the hostel in Big Bear, and it made me very sad. So I went into the Wrightwood, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with this. Wrightwood is not a booming metropolis. There's not a Walmart or anything even approaching a Walmart. The hardware store had a hiker section, which had most things you need, honestly, including socks and shoes, but not underwear. And then across the street, there was a, I believe, souvenir shop, but it did have some hiker brands, like, listed in the window. So I went in there, and I looked around, and lo and behold, they had two different kinds of underwear. The first one I picked up was labeled as a hip bikini. Now, the word bikini, I'm pretty sure implies that those are bikini briefs. Not exactly my style. They're not providing a lot of chafe protection on my thighs. The other option was boxer briefs. Well, that's what I wear, so that's nice. The only size available in boxer briefs was XXL. Now I'm a big guy. I have some XXL clothes at my house. But I've been hiking for the last 2 and change months, over 1,000 miles. I'm not XXL right now. I mean, I bought those. However, they are large. If it weren't for the drawstring on my shorts / pants, whatever I'm wearing, I don't think they would stay up very well. Well, good morning. It's the end of week 3, and what a week it's been. We stayed at the Little Jimmy campground last night. Big campground. Throughout the night, 4 other hikers just kind of strolled in, and every time they did, they just saw us and walked over, and I guess they just assumed where we were camping is where the thru-hikers camped. There were so many other spots, but everyone just kind of piled in around us. Today, we have to do almost 30 miles. We have a little reroute early on in the day because there is a section of trail that is home to an endangered frog species. And so they have routed the trail around that. So we got to do a bit of a road walk. Oh, and also, fingers crossed, we might be getting trail magic tonight. I had someone reach out to me about trail magic and then asked very specifically, what mile marker are you camping at Saturday, today, night? So, very real chance. All right, well, we're back on trail after the frog reroute. That was a fun little road walk. Honestly, it was kind of cool. There's tunnels we got to walk through. I don't know, it's just kind of cool because the road's closed, so like there's no traffic and you just have an empty road to walk on. Kind of like when I did the Blue Ridge last year. Now we have a couple of miles, I believe, to our next water source, and then we're gonna figure it out from there. We just got trail magic. That was awesome. These people from LA came up. I guess I do it every year now. And they were making us quesadillas. They had Gatorade. They had all kinds of just various chips and cookies and snacks and fruits and veggies. And they were great. I forgot to mention, the trail magic we got was not the trail magic I was referencing earlier today. That, coincidentally, is now going to be tomorrow morning, which is just better. So that worked out really, really well for both parties. It's getting hot. We are definitely getting lower in elevation overall, and I'm fairly certain that next week we're going to be in the Mojave. So that's gonna be warm. But until then, this is a good time to sign off. I got like 2 more miles of just grindy uphill. So I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye for the week. And as always, thank you so much. Still very much in shock by the fact that nearly 4,000 people have watched my first week's video. That is a bigger number than I ever could have imagined watching something I make. So again, thank you. Big thank you to Liz, obviously, since a lot of you came from her. And I'm glad you're enjoying the show. I'll see you all next week.